Trail monitoring is a critical component of every sustainable off-highway vehicle trail system. It is an integral part of evaluation, which is one of the 4 E's, the cornerstone of successful OHV management techniques. We need to take a quick moment for some legal technicalities. The NOHVCC does not endorse or recommend any named product mentioned in this video segment. The products are simply ones of which we are aware to fulfill our requirements. There may be other products which would also fulfill the requirements that are not mentioned. If you are not familiar with the 4 E's, we recommend that you review NOHVCC's 4 E's video segment. Every OHV enthusiast should be aware of the importance of monitoring as it relates to their continued access to trails on public land. First, there is a legal requirement for trail monitoring. The National Environmental Policy Act, also referred to as NEPA, requires it. NEPA mandates the environmental review process that applies to trail projects covered in all land management plans. Monitoring is a requirement, not an option. If a land manager does not define and accomplish monitoring tasks, a trail system will be in jeopardy of closure. Second, monitoring is an activity that can be performed by OHV enthusiasts acting as volunteers. In today's environment of tight agency budgets and personnel shortages, the use of volunteers may be the only practical way to accomplish on-the-ground monitoring. Why do we monitor trails? Monitoring and evaluation are learning tools that form the backbone of adaptive management. With these tools, information is collected and compiled to serve as reference points for the future. It is a continuing process that ensures that new and changing conditions are incorporated into future planning and management. These include scientific understanding and technology, changes in law and policy, resource conditions, trends, changing societal values, and others. While each federal, state, and local entity may have differing land management rules and regulations, most land management plans require that trail managers monitor the type and volume of trail use to determine if trail management objectives are met. The resulting data is used to direct trail maintenance planning. For example, the United States Forest Service Travel Management Rule requires that each national forest shall monitor the effects of motor vehicle use on designated roads and trails and in designated areas. Use must be consistent with the appropriate land management plan. Monitoring provides valuable information about the trail. To get the right answers, you first need to know the questions. For example, what is the use on the trail? Are visitors staying on the trail? What is the general condition of the trail? Is the trail getting better or deteriorating? Are there specific problem areas that need to be addressed? Are maintenance and repairs effective? Is the recreation experience being maintained, or have the trails been altered in a way which changes the experience? Are the visitors happy? Are trail maintenance objectives being met? Trail use can be monitored with traffic counters, manual visitor counts, a review of trail wear. You can confirm that visitors are staying on designated routes by evidence of trail proliferation and breaching of closures and barriers. General trail conditions and trends can be monitored with trail condition surveys and logs, systematic sampling of trail conditions, video trail logs. Specific problem areas can be monitored through rider reports, trail logs, and photo points. Effectiveness of maintenance and repairs can be monitored by photos and written documentation of work, regular photo points after work completed, documentation of success, evaluation of failures, and prompt evaluation of new problems. Recreation experience and rider satisfaction can be monitored through rider surveys and documentation of conversations by trail patrols. Always remember the 4 E's: engineering, education, enforcement, and evaluation whenever trail monitoring identifies a problem. The solution to every problem will be found by applying the 4 E's. Tools and tips for trail monitoring. A brief list of tools and tips for trail monitoring include trail counters, establishment of photo points, video recording, and computer software. A variety of trail counters are available. They are electromagnetic, light, infrared beam, and cameras. Electromagnetic trail counters utilize magnetic technology to detect metallic objects passing within a discrete distance. They are particularly useful for counting OHVs, cars and trucks, and other metallic objects. This type of counter may be useful if you want to differentiate OHV users from hikers, equestrians, or animals. Infrared counters use an infrared beam that counts traffic on a trail. It captures all users, such as vehicles, hikers, equestrians, livestock, and wildlife. It typically cannot distinguish between different user types or animals. Cameras can be integrated with electromagnetic and infrared counters to provide additional data, and are particularly useful for collecting compliance data and differentiating between trail users. Many counters offer capabilities that make them ideal for trail monitoring projects. They are self-contained design with no external wires or tubes, compact and easy to hide to reduce vandalism risk. They have low operating, maintenance, and installation costs, and long battery life. They also have large memory capacity to store a large number of counts. Software is available to store and manage the data captured by counter systems. It can provide daily, weekly, monthly, and annual use data. This data can be used to monitor and evaluate trail use. This example compares trail use with seasonal closure periods.